make it. So I'm going to send this to her. So super excited to welcome you guys officially to our first call to the team. Really the purpose of this call is to make sure that you guys are really, really clear on what you want to start doing right away to be really effective as new coaches. Because I know both Tori and Tanya and myself can all say when you come in as a new coach, you have a really high level of excitement, right? Maybe like Matt, you've done the program at least, part way, you're seeing amazing results, you're super pumped, you see the potential of this business. So your excitement is like really high, right?
Yeah.
But your know-how of like, what the heck do I actually do is very low, right? So that's what this call is really to help you with, to show you the tools and the support and the structure of everything that we have here to help you, so you guys feel really confident implementing and getting started with your business right away. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. Okay. So since you guys don't know me that well outside of our groups, I thought I would just share my story with you guys. And then I would just love to hear a little bit from each of you guys, your story and why you got started as a coach. So I have been a coach for just a little over 4 years now. And I really got started as a customer. I had no idea about the coaching opportunity. I was just a mom of twins and struggling to lose the weight that I had put on with them, and sort of doing the yo-yo up and down, buy the Jillian Michaels DVD, get really excited, do it for a couple days, and stop. And so I, did that for a long time. I tried P90X. I did it one day. I borrowed Insanity. I did it like 3 days and then like threw it under my bed because I wanted to die. And then I came off of like a holiday binge fest, which we've all been there, right? Where you're like, we start with Halloween and then we just solid through the end of the year with, So I was like, I need a detox, right? I need like a cleanse. I need to just like hit the reset button and clear out all the crap. So I did a ton of research, and my mom is actually a naturopathic doctor. And so I've grown up eating, really well, done a bunch of cleanses. So I knew what I was looking for. And I really wanted something that was, not just going to be like a 5-day juice fast where you just want to kill everybody and then you just gain the weight back. But I wanted like a good solution. And so I found the Ultimate Reset, which is Beachbody's 21-day detox. Amazing, amazing program. Did a ton of research, decided to do it, did it full out, had amazing results. I lost like 10 pounds in 21 days and just fell in love with that program and was so impressed with the quality of it and just how it was so comprehensive in the way the food you ate and the supplements you took and just everything. I was so impressed with it that I was like, wow, this company must be a really amazing company to put out a product like this. So I thought like, well, let's see what else they have, let's keep this coming. And so I did the 21-day fix. It had just been released. It was Autumn's first program with Beachbody. I did that for 21 days, lost 7 more pounds, was feeling amazing. And then my friend, probably just like Tori and Tanya, reached out to you guys. And she was like, hey, I see you're getting these amazing results with these programs. Did you know that you can be a coach and have like a business opportunity with this? And know this, I was a free lead for somebody. Like I didn't have a coach when I bought these programs. I just went to Beachbody, bought them, and did them. So I had no idea about the whole coach customer thing. And so when she asked me that, I was like, yeah, no. Sorry, like my mom did Herbalife back in the day, and I was like, well, I don't want anything to do with that, like driving around and putting flyers on people's cars. Like, I was like, no, not for me. But at the same time, I was working a 9-to-5 office job. I was an office manager, and my girls were 4 at that point, and I just was feeling really frustrated and stuck and unfulfilled by my work, but not feeling like there was a way out because, you know, I was working really hard. My husband was working really hard, but it always seemed like we'd get to the end of the month and there was no extra. Like, we could pay our bills, right? And, you know, we could buy groceries, but there was no wiggle room. There was no extra. And it just always sort of felt like we were just making it. And so I didn't feel like I just up and quit my job, right? And so at the same time as I'm getting amazing results with these programs and these products, I'm feeling really frustrated at work and stuck and unfulfilled and not wanting to be there and hating leaving my children. This opportunity was presented to me. And even though I said no a couple times, luckily my coach kept reaching back out to me and encouraging me to look at it. And I finally did. And I thought, okay, what the heck? Let's just do it. Let's just go for it. And what started out as me just wanting to, you know, pay for groceries or have a little more wiggle room or be able to pay for riding lessons for my girls very quickly I very quickly saw the opportunity here. And I said, I want to be able to replace my full-time job with my coaching income. And I set that as a goal. And in 2 years, I was able to do that. I matched the income I was making as an office manager, quit that job, and I now do this full-time from home, which full-time is usually like 3 or 4 hours a day. And I've been able to take my family on all expense paid trips. I've been able to, you know, pay for all the extra things. And really it's my mission now to pay that forward and help other people who want to do the same. And that's what just inspires me every day to show up and to get to talk to you awesome people. And so that's just a little bit about me. And I would love to hear from you guys now. What brought you to coaching? A little bit about your story.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go.
Awesome.
You know, how I got hooked up in this was just through Tanya's social media. I've known Tanya since I was 13 years old. We went to middle school together. And then when I got this job as a refinery operator almost 14 years ago, it was a couple of years after that I saw her working out in the field at the refinery doing the job that she does out there. You know, we just, you know, say hi and keep in contact over the years, just kind of through that, running to each other outside of work every once in a while. She's played softball with my wife a whole bunch of years. And so for me, my fitness journey really began at the beginning of the year. I just kind of stepped on the scale and went, you know, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. I've lost weight in the past. I've gained it back. And really, I got onto Beachbody and Shakeology last September because of, you know, just the positive things that Tanya was posting on her social media, on her Facebook. And I said, what the heck, I'm in. And so I signed up and started getting Shakeology. And there it sat in the corner of my house, a box of every month. And and to be honest, I was looking at how can I save money. I want to reduce my bills, reduce the automatic payments, and so forth. I hadn't been to my local gym in 2 years, but I was paying for gym for it and not going. And so I quit that. And then I'm looking at the Shakeology, and, you know, I just kind of put off. I was going to cancel it. I was going to quit because I hadn't even tried a shake. I'd had in September of last year, and here it was January. And I started, you know, my weight loss and fitness journey back then, and I went to the gym at work. I have a gym at work that I can go to. So I started going to the Fit Pit and eating better, you know, lean protein, juice, just kind of start to do what I'd done in the past. And it was working, you know. I've lost like 17 pounds for 6 years, and then I plateaued for about 6 weeks. Got with the kids and the family. So in the past, that would have crushed me. I just said, I'm out, screw it, I'm, you know, whatever. But for some reason, my attitude was different, and I thought, I've learned how to plateau. This plateau I've learned how to maintain. I kind of looked at it like that. And then comes this big maintenance turnaround at my refinery, talking about on our sites. And 3 weeks into straight night, I had like 19 in a row with only a couple off, and I got home in the morning, nice out. I walked in the backyard, and I'd never done a monologue type video before. I got up my chair and sat in the yard and just kind of proclaimed, "Hey, I'm gonna try the 80-day obsession thing," and I posted it on a page that Tanya has, and I'm gonna do this. So I got no idea how, and that was April 20th, and I was going away for 2 days with buddies to go to the ocean to go razor climbing. So I said, "Hey, this is Friday morning, and I'm starting on Monday, and I don't know what this is, but dang it, I'm gonna." And Tanya was just a rock star. She sent me no plans. She sent me all this extra information, a huge supportive video back. I was crying in it, made me cry, and just so cool. And I got into it, and I don't know. This feels like calling to me. I don't know what I want to do with this other than help people. That's my mission, to help and inspire people. And I've already started going through a lot of the stuff on the coaching page and stuff, and looking through some of that stuff in my work. And it's like, one of the things is something Justin has in there about, what kind of a coach are you? Are you a discount coach? Are you helping people? Are you wanting to grow a business? And I'm not just in this. I don't know what potential I have. I just know that I want to. Everything else in this program, this is just coming. It feels natural. Never been happy in life. I've never known how to love myself, and I do now. And everything in my life is just pointing me. So I don't know where I want this to go, but I'm here for the ride. I'm here to help people. So that's basically what I'm at right now. I'm ready to go.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah. And don't worry if you don't feel like you have this core mission or, exactly what you want to do. I think we all come in for whatever reason, and that evolves as we go, so just right where you are right now is awesome. Excited, wanting to help people. That's really what it's all about. And then as you progress through this business, probably your goals and your mission will change, but that core desire to help people is truly at the base of every single coach. So you're well on your way. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Corey, I would love to now hear a little bit from you.
It's Tori's fault that I'm here. This is the second thing that she has said, "Hey, I think you would like this thing." And then I was like, and she was like, "You would." And then now I'm here. So that's how we work together at Core Power Yoga.
Awesome.
And that's how I ended up being a teacher also, was because I took her class one day and she was like, "You want to work here?" And I was like, "Yes, I do want that." So now I'm in my second teacher train. Well, does extensions count as a teacher training? I'm in another teacher training again.
Yeah.
And
the master's program.
Yeah. I want to about I'm sorry, I have workout brain. I just did that, and now I'm stupid. Anyway,
I know you're sometimes I try and talk after I do a workout, make a video, and I'm just words. I don't know. They're not coming out.
About 2 years ago, I was in a play, and it required a lot of my body, and I wasn't able to give it. And I was like, "That's not okay." And I thought that has to change. So I started doing yoga at home and running a lot. And my friend is a personal trainer, and she taught me some stuff. And I lost 70 pounds. And I was feeling
Super
really neat about that.
Yeah.
And learning how to, portion control and stuff, because I don't really like restrictive diets, because I get kind of toxic in my head about that kind of stuff. And I think they're not great, at least for me. And So now I've sort of like hit this place where like I'm not, I don't know, I don't feel challenged, I guess, anymore. Like my yoga practice is challenging, but like unless I find something to help it grow, it won't. So that's kind of what I'm doing 80 Day for, is because I want to get stronger. I also, you know how Tomb Raider, like Laura Croft, has that really sexy back? I want that also. But like really, I just want my yoga practice to be stronger. And Tori was like, "You're on Instagram all the time, and you're about to quit your day job, and you could probably use some more income on the side because you're an actor and we're broke all the time. How about you do this thing I'm doing?" And I saw all the posts she was posting, and about like, it just kept saying things like 7 out of 80, and then there was like 38 out of 80, and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I'm doing it because she was like, this is neat and I think you'd be good at it. And I don't know, I feel like if Tori thinks I'd be good at something, I probably won't suck at it too bad, so that's good. I definitely, like, the reason I do yoga is to like help people feel better in their own bodies. And like these kinds of things used to scare me a lot because I feel like it's a lot about like lose the weight, get skinny, blah blah blah. And I'm like, like that's not necessarily what everybody's looking to do. And so I like that, at least so far in the videos that I've watched, it's more about like, here is like some healthy practices. Here are things that make you stronger. Here are things you can do to modify. So I'm liking that is the prevailing attitude. Because a lot of workout stuff, because I did P90X in college.
Did you make it past day one? I did not.
I did the whole fucking thing. I did.
Oh
sorry.
God.
Tiny ears. I did the whole thing.
Earmuffs, Finn.
I mean,
Earmuffs, buddy. I did the whole thing, and afterwards, I just like didn't work out again for like months, and I didn't like the way it was really like, it felt really ableist and like body negative. And that's like not what I'm about. So like I like this program so far because she talks to like all levels of skill, I guess, which is nice.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I want to make people who think that they don't have the room or they don't have the time or they don't have the skill in a gym, to like give them a place to be like, oh, I actually do have these skills and I can do them at home. And because I work out in like a 6 foot square. So
awesome.
like, and there's disgusting.
That's awesome.
That's what I want to do. And like, if I can make a couple extra bucks, that's awesome, because I'm broke all the time because I live in Seattle. But mostly I just want to do that.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your stories. I know it can sometimes be a bit vulnerable, especially when you're like with strangers and we're like, tell your story. And you're like, I don't know what the heck my story is. So thank you for both being brave enough to share. And I love that both of you guys were inspired by Tanya and by Tori's social media and what they were posting. And I think that's just such a great thing for you both to remember as you're starting as coaches, that social media is like our storefront, right? It's like what people see. And so it's so important that we share what we're doing on social media. And we're going to go through this entire training. There's going to be a lot, there's always a lot to learn when you're starting something new. But coaching really comes down to very, very simple practices. It's using our products. Both of you guys are doing 80 Day Obsession, sharing about them, and talking about them. So anytime, he's so cute.
sorry, it's so loud.
It's okay. But anytime you guys get like overwhelmed, you're like, oh my gosh, there's too much to learn, blah, blah, blah. Just remember that if you're using our products, sharing about them, and you're talking to people, you're doing awesome. Okay? Okay. So can you see my screen, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Just want to make sure you guys see that. And, hold on. I'm just going to mute everybody so you can hear better. Hold on. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and go through this new coach guide so that you guys are all really clear on where everything is in here and how to get started with it. So if you don't already have this, when we get off the call, we can make sure that you've got this to go through. So first introduction, I always like to set the stage here that this truly is your business. So no matter, how fast you want to build or how slow you want to build, whether you just want to, pay for your products or you want to be on the track to earn 6 figures with this, your coach and I and the team are here to help you. We're here to support you. We're here to match your efforts, but we're not here to try and make you do anything you don't want to do because we know that doesn't work, right? Just with 80-Day Obsession, we give you all the tools and then you have to take them and use them. Tori's not going to show up at your house every day and be like, did you do your workout? What are you eating? Stop eating brownies. It's up to you to implement what you're learning and to show up every day with consistency in your business, just like you do with your health and fitness. Now, we're going to provide you all the tools and everything that you need to succeed. But again, just like with your fitness, with 80-Day Obsession, it requires action on your part. And now we do have some fun prizes that we like to give away along for various milestones with our training because I love prizes and I like giving them away. So we'll go over those later, but just so you know they're there. Very first is it's so important to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. It's like putting the oxygen mask on yourself if you're in an airplane, right? So we don't want you to, say, abandon all these healthy, great habits that you're doing now in place of working your business. Because that can totally happen, right? You're like, oh, I only have a little bit of time. I'm just going to skip my workout today. Or I'm going to skip, put my shakes on hold or whatever. But one of the things that we do as coaches, one of our vital behaviors is using our products. And so it's really important that you're doing your workout, you're following the eating plan, you're drinking your shake every day. Because when you do that, you guys have both experienced, you change so much more than just your physical shape, right? When you are following a program to a T, it just changes everything about you as a person, and you show up differently on your social media and in your life, and people can feel that, and that's what they want to be a part of. And it's not so much what exactly you're doing, but people join you because of your excitement and your passion and what's happening for you along the journey. So just like why Corey joined Tori, because she's like, why does she keep saying, 5 out of 80 and 30 out of 80? And Matt did 80-Day Obsession because of seeing Tanya's excitement. And that all starts with you doing it every single day. So making sure that you're doing these every single day. Now, personal development can be either reading a book or listening to an audiobook or a podcast or a YouTube video, something that's going to help you grow your mindset. And we can totally make recommendations. If you like, I prefer to listen to audiobooks because I know everybody is busy and I like to do it while I'm, folding laundry or doing dishes or something. But ones that are really great for new coaches to start out with are The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge. They're both pretty similar. Or one I'm listening to right now is called Be Obsessed or Be Average by Greg Cardone, and it's amazing. If you like no BS kind of a book, it's amazing. I love it. But definitely pick something and start listening or reading to 10 to 20 minutes a day. If you need more suggestions based on, say, something that you personally struggle with, your coach can make suggestions, or I can. Either one is fine. Okay, now we get into the fun. This is your first 7 days checklist. And I like to set your day number 1 for the following Monday after this call. Or you can get started with this today. totally depends on, your life. What you want to do is totally up to you. But it's your aim to get through this first checklist in 7 days. Now, a lot of these things are explanatory, or self-explanatory, but I'm going to just walk through to make sure that you understand them all. You want to add yourself to the Beachbody Champions page. This is a Facebook page that corporate does, and they have amazing trainings by top coaches in there. So it's a great place to be checking into, watching the videos, and learning from other coaches who are having amazing success with this business. And that's one thing I really love about the coaching community is everybody is there to help everyone. Like our top coaches come on and they share exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it to be successful. There's no like, I'm going to try and hide all my secrets because I don't want you to get them and be successful too. Everybody is an open book, and this is a really great place to get training on what's working now. So just make sure you click here and get added in. And then you want to get started with this self-paced training right away by clicking here. I'll just show you what that looks like really quick. It's a Google form, and you're just going to go through page by page and read or watch what's on each one. But what this is really going to do is give you basically the ground rules or the basics of our business. So you're going to start to understand, the structure of our business and our monthly goals and all that sort of stuff right here. And don't worry if it's a lot of information at the beginning. Like as you go through, you can go through it multiple times if you need to. You can rewatch videos, reread what's in there, ask questions if you watch something you still don't understand it. But this is really good to just get started with now so you understand all these sort of basics of our business. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right, so that's right here. And then setting up your call, you've already done this, so you can check that off. That's this first call. Now here is helpful resources, and these are documents that I've put together with examples of scripts for you guys for different scenarios. So for instance, the invitation process, this is going to walk you through exactly how I talk to people and share about our products or programs, all the way from the beginning of a conversation through sharing about it, through signing them up, etc. And of course, customize these to your voice, right? Because you're not going to talk to people the same way I talk to people. So just use this sort of as an outline of how a conversation can flow. Now there's other ones in here about like how to follow up with people and how to handle objections if somebody says like, oh, I don't like shakes, or it's too expensive, or I don't have enough time. There's a lot of great examples in here. And then, what to do when you sign up a new coach, sharing about 2B Mindset, which is a new program of ours. So know that if you get hung up in conversations, you can have access those resources here. All right, now the bulk of your training is going to be in these Coach Daily Actions. So when you click on here, it's going to bring up a Google Drive, and you're going to have day 1 through day 28. So basically your first month as a coach, and you're going to have a new one for every single day. So when you click on day 1, you're going to have a video. It's going to talk about what we're doing that day and how to do it. And you're just going to go through and click off yes or no as you're going through and doing these activities. So there's a new one, like I said, for every single day. And it's your goal to get through day 1 to day 7 in your first week. And what this really does is show you exactly what to do and exactly how to do it as a new coach to start building your business. This is going to really help you create consistency, which is so important in anything, and to start building momentum. Because as coaches, we do pretty much the same thing every single day. I'm still doing the same thing now as I was doing 4 years ago, but we do it consistently every single day. So while this business is very simple It doesn't mean that it's easy, right? Because it's like brushing your teeth. It's easy not to do it. It's easy to do it. But if you plug in every day and you make it your goal to get through that day's activities, you are going to be well on your way to building an amazing, amazing business. So that is right here, and you want to get started with that on your day one. And you can set that however you want. I do have days 6 and 7 are like technically the weekends, so they're lighter days. So maybe you have a work schedule where, you know, your days off are different and you want to change it. That's totally fine. Just tell your coach when your day one is, so they know, and then you're going to email them or message them a recap of your first week. So say you start your day one tomorrow and you do day 1 through 7 on Wednesday through Tuesday, and then Tuesday night, email your coach a recap of how that week went. Did you check off all the boxes? If you did, we're going to send you a personal development book as a little prize. So that is your first week as a new coach. Do either or any of you guys have, or either of you guys have questions on that before I go on? Trying to get the view back on here so I can see you all. Anybody? Do you have any questions on that, Corey or Matt? Oh, I should unmute Matt really quick.
Oh, I'm good to go. I printed this stuff out and I've got the links, and yeah, no questions.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, cool. We will go right along then. Okay. So the next thing is really getting clear on your why. And like we were talking about earlier, that can absolutely change and evolve and grow as you become a coach. But I want you to spend some time just doing a bit of a brain dump on this page. So printing this out and taking some time where you're just quiet and you're reflecting and just thinking about why you became a coach, and just writing down whatever comes to mind, just sort of letting it flow. Because knowing why you're doing this, just like when you started 80-Day Obsession, is so much more important than just like, I want to lose 20 pounds. Because when your alarm's going off at 4 a.m. and you're like, you're not wanting to get up and you're super sore from the day before and you're like, do I really want to lose 20 pounds? Maybe not. I think I'm good. Like, I think I'll just stay in bed, you know? But if your why is like, I want to be able to play with my kids, I don't want to be the mom who's just like sitting on the bench because I get out of breath if I climb stairs. That is so much more powerful than I just want to lose 20 pounds because society tells me I should be skinny, right? Like it's very different when you can connect with that core emotional reason for why you are doing what you're doing. So for me, when I first got started as coaching, like I shared, I really wanted to be able to quit my job. And that was sort of my big first thing. Like, I just want to quit my job. Yay! But the more and more I thought about it, the more I kept asking myself, why? Why is that important? You know, you make good money, right? You know, it's not that bad of a job. It's not that hard. Why is this so important to you? And it really came down, for me, was I wanted to be able to pick my girls up from school every single day. That was maybe seems so simple to some people, but it used to kill me when I would look at my clock. You know, I'd be sitting at my desk and I'd see that it was 3 o'clock and my girls were getting out of school and I wasn't there. And that just destroyed me. And so that became my driving why. I want to be home with them. I want to be able to pick them up when every day after school. I don't want to have to try and call my boss and get time off work when they're sick, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's what drove me to be consistent in my business every single day, when it would be way easier to watch Netflix versus working my business for an hour, or say, oh, it doesn't matter today. I'm just going to, I'll get to it tomorrow. Or, it's those little things that we do every single day, just like with our health and fitness, right? We can't sort of phone it in during the week and be like, oh, but Saturday, I'm going to totally follow the meal plan. But today, I'm just going to eat pizza. Doesn't work that way. So spend some time this week just really getting connected with your why and why this is important for you. Next, let's talk about social media. Hold on, drink of water. So, just like you guys both came into this by watching your coaches on social media, it just shows you how important it is for our business. So just like if you were opening up a restaurant or a yoga studio or whatever, you wouldn't just open it up and then sit there thinking like, gosh, I hope my friends and family come. Like, that'd be really great. Like, no, you'd be out, you'd be talking about it, you'd be sharing about it, you'd be posting everywhere you could think of, you'd be calling people, and you'd be doing everything that you could to get the word out about what you have available. And that's really what our social media is like. It's like our storefront. We're showing people our journey. We're sharing about what we're doing. We're showing them the results that we're getting. We're adding value, and we're building that like, know, trust factor. And when you show up consistently on your social media, it shows people that they can trust you. Because if you saw, right, for instance, Tori say, I'm just going to use her as an example, or Tanya, every single day if they're posting, day 5 out of 80, yes, day 6 out of 80, crushed it, day 21 out of 80, it sucked, but I did it. You know, like they're sharing their journey. You're going to start to trust them that if they're consistent with their own health and fitness, they can help you be consistent as well. If they're showing up, even on days when they don't want to, because guys, your social media does not just need to be a highlight reel, okay? It should not be a highlight reel because your life is not just the highlights. So you'll see all of us, we share times when we struggle. I share like my stretch, I think I did a post this morning about my stretch marks and like the mom bod. Like we don't try and just keep things perfect. We share our life. And that's what people are attracted to. They want to be a part of something that's inspiring and motivating and changing your life. So really make sure that you start showing up on social media. And think about like documenting versus creating. And what I mean by this is so often we like become a coach and we think we like put on the coach hat and we're like, okay, now I'm only supposed to talk like this person, or I'm only supposed to talk about health and fitness. And then we get all up in our heads and then we actually paralyze ourselves because we think it needs to be one way. You are still you, and you should still show up like you, and you should still talk like you on your social media. And just start documenting your journey. You're both doing 80-day obsession, so this is an awesome, awesome time to start sharing about that. Now, there's definitely a great way to talk about what you're doing on social media that's going to attract people to you and want them and get them to want to join you and to be curious about what you're doing. And then there's the opposite way, which is really going to repel people and have them like running the opposite direction. So we highly encourage you to watch this video here. It's by Shalene Johnson, who has created multiple programs for Beachbody, but is also a social media marketing expert. She's amazing. And this was a speech she did at our summit last year, talking all about social media, how to be effective with social media, how to talk, share, etc. So definitely take the time to watch this. And then you're going to make your first post. You'll see that on day 1, sharing about why you became a coach. And then make sure you tag your coach in that post so they can see it. So it's important to watch this video, really think about your why before you do your post. We have a brand new coach. She just joined like a week or 2 ago, Emma. I actually shared her post in the team page. Amazing example of something you can do as a new coach for your first post. So you can check that out if you want a little example. Okay, moving right along. This next list I call your 10 easiest and your 10 best. And your 10 easiest are 10 people who you think would love to do one of our programs. And these are people who you interact with, pretty regularly. You maybe people you work with, close friends and family, people who you would feel really comfortable reaching out to and inviting them to join you with 80-Day Obsession or Live 4 or any of our other programs. So before we get started with your 7-day checklist, write their names here in the 1 through 10 slot. And then your 10 best are people who you think would be amazing coaches. So maybe people who are already into health and fitness, who you think would love to be coaching, maybe people who are rocking it on social media, people, who inspire or motivate you. Put them over here on this list. And now one thing I will say is we all have the tendency to prejudge people. We all have the tendency to go through our list and say, yes, they would be interested. No, they would not. Yes, no, 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 no. But here's the thing. It's not up to us as coaches to decide what's right for people. It's just up to us to share with them what we're doing, to show them this opportunity, and then it's up to them to decide. So as you're going through your list, really try not to prejudge people. All right, now for your 5 buckets. Basically, these are 5 things that you are passionate about. Maybe hobbies that you have or things that you are into, things that you love to do, because we don't want you to just become a coach and then all you talk about is coaching, right? Or all you talk about is Shakeology, or all you talk about is working out, because obviously you have more passions, you have more interests than just health and fitness. So I recommend coming up with, 4 to 5 more if you want, things that you can talk about on your social media that people are going to relate to. So for me, I'm a mom. Obviously, that's a big part of my life. I'm a foodie, so I talk about food a lot. I talk about you don't have to starve yourself or eat really boring food. I can still go out to really nice restaurants and eat everything that I want. But then the next day I dial it back in. I'm on my meal plan. So I talk about that a lot. I'm into horses. So I talk about horses and riding with my girls. And I'm from Oregon. So Pacific Northwest is really big for me. I love, love, love Oregon. I went away for 4 years and came right back. So those are sort of all things that you'll see when you come to my social media. So other people who are like me, maybe they're not, ready for health and fitness yet, but maybe they were a Pacific Northwest person too, and they'd be like, oh, cool, she's, part of my tribe, because we're definitely our own kind of people out here. So make your 5 so you have ideas and things that you can talk about. Okay, last thing is the last thing that I want you to do, or Tori or Tanya wants you guys to do as new coaches, is feel like you have to wait before you get started. Because we can all do that. It's like the perfection paralysis, or we feel like we have to know everything before we can do anything. When honestly, the coaches that are most successful in the beginning is they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing, but they're just talking to people and they're just sharing about it and they're excited. And people get excited by the excitement. And so don't feel like you have to go through all the training and you have to read all the things before you can start taking action. Because I'm sure Tanya and Tori can attest to this. We're still all learning, right? Policies, procedures, things change. I just started on Instagram this year. I was always on Facebook before. You learn new things all the time. And that's one of the amazing things as humans, right? Is constant growth. And so you can absolutely get started right now, because you guys are both already doing a program. You can already start sharing about it, sharing what it's doing for you, and inviting other people to do it as well. So that is your recap for your first week. And then after your first week is up, we'll go over week 2. So I am going to stop the share. I'm going to unmute everybody. And let me know if you have any questions on any of that.
It's just a lot of info all at once.
Yeah, totally.
In like buckets and lists.
What's that?
I just thought it's in buckets and like lists and stuff because it's easier that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I always like to go through this with new coaches so you're not just like, oh my God, what the, how do I even do this? So you can see that it is a lot of information, but when you tackle it in little bits and you just do like, okay, I'm going to do day 1 today, then you can help yourself not get in that overwhelm.
Yeah, I don't
very overwhelmed.
have any questions now, but I know I'm gonna have some as I go along the way. I've already got some that I'm taking some notes here, but nothing that I at this very moment. So.
Awesome. And that's really what the new coach thread is. The Coach to Emerald thread is a great place to ask questions. That's definitely where you're going to get your quickest answer. I and the other leaders on the team are all in there. So if you ask a question, you're going to get a response probably within the hour there. Awesome. So that's a great place. Yeah. And it's, all of our new coaches are in there. So it's great for the community, for getting to know other coaches, for helping and encouraging each other in there. Yeah.
I guess actually here's one question, because in the last few days I've been asked to all sorts of other, the Coach to Emerald page and then this page and then that page, and how do I manage all that? Because there's a lot of stuff going on besides, there's so much information. What's the best way to tackle that?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I know both Tori and Tanya, I think, have messaged me at different points being like, oh my gosh, there's so many groups. I'm overwhelmed. Like, how do I deal with this? So what I recommend doing is if you open up your Facebook, you can put groups in your favorites. So, or I think they call it shortcuts. So I'll show you. You can see mine right here.
Yep.
On my phone. So I put all the important groups in my shortcuts. So for you guys, it would be the team page, and that's the Fit Bam coaching community, and the 80-day obsession group that you're both in. And those are really the only two. Oh, and sorry, the Beachbody Champions page. So those are the 3 that I would have up there for you guys. And then just make it your aim to go in once a day. Twice if you want to, but only once a day, so you don't feel like every time you get a notification, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to check. Oh my gosh, I have to check. And then you just feel really overwhelmed, right?
Great.
So if you just put it there and you just aim to go in once a day, see if anything new has been posted, read about it, and then you're done. So you don't feel like you have to always be checking in. And then in the coach to the coach message thread, which is like a little message pod, that can sometimes get really busy too. And so don't feel like you have to like scroll back. Like if you go in and you're like, oh my gosh, 50 unread messages. Like, are you kidding me? We have made these little pictures. I'll see if I can find one that basically says alert, like important information. And we will post those if there is something that you need to know, like maybe a team call coming up or something we shared in the team page that we want you to know about. So when you open up that message thread, you can just scroll really quickly and see, do I see that picture, or is it just like chit chat and I don't need to worry about it?
Okay, cool. That's awesome information.
Good. Yeah, because we don't want you to get overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, I can't handle it. I'm out. Too much.
On the same note, in those threads at the top, there's a file section. And in that file section, there is a lot of good information too that in your spare time, it's really good to go in and check it out too.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So anything else that we can help you with today. Do you guys feel clear about getting started with the daily actions and how that all works?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Awesome. Corey, you good? Any other questions?
I think so. I know that like